What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. So let me get this straight, man. Let me get this straight. So after all the things that we know now, after all the history that we have seen over all of these years, you mean to tell me that when we look at this music industry, all aspiring artists, all fans of great artists over the years, you mean to tell me that we still trust the people who run this entertainment industry with our livelihood, with our life's work and our art, with our catalogs, our legacies, our future, our finances and business interests? We still trust them with that in our life. We still trust them. We still want that deal. Man, I'm trying to get a deal. And it's the craziest thing is like the people who are on the outside looking in who don't have a deal, but they say, hey man, I'm trying to get a deal. I'm an aspiring young rapper. I'm trying to get me a deal. It's funny how the mindset changes once you get the deal. And we've seen too many big time, big name artists that you see that change take place in them to where now they're not as excited about being in the industry like that as they might have been before they got in it. And you could hear it in the language, you could hear it in the conversation, you could hear it in the interview, you could see it in their eyes. They're not even happy. And this is what we're trying to get to. I know what some people might say, well, you know what, man, a lot of times, man, when these people fall from grace, it's stuff that they did, man. Ain't nobody make them do drugs. Ain't nobody make them do whatever it is they did. And yeah, of course, that's true to an extent, but a lot of times, even though you have to be accountable for what decisions you make for yourself, sometimes other people put you in that environment. And when they put you in that environment, the conversation and the language can manipulate a weaker mind into diving into that kind of activity. But why though? Because some of y'all like, man, why? But why though? That don't. Y'all always talking about how the industry do this and do that. Why would they do that? It's because of the things that I mentioned early on. It's because what's at stake is those catalogs. Those catalogs are worth a lot of money. The controller of those catalogs, the owner of those those royalties and that publishing, they live forever, man. They eat forever. Their children eat forever on the backs of what your creative mind brought to life. So we can go down the line of history, we can go down the timeline, and we can pull up all of these different names, man. Whether it be Michael, whether it be Prince, whether it be Whitney, whether it be Bob Marley, whether it be Sam Cooke. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on of all of these great artists who have died under mysterious circumstances. And a lot of times the script is very similar, if not the same. It's always made to look like it was just some kind of freak situation or just some internal issue that they had that they eventually just succumbed to because they just drove themselves to that point. But the circumstances and the backstory surrounding them are what we have to research. You have to look at the fact that many cases, these are people who were fighting against the industry, fighting against the unfair treatment that the industry was imposing on not just them, but artists in general. And these being artists of great power and influence, they were getting the word out and educating other artists. So that influence became dangerous to those cats who run and control the industry. Now, y'all call me a conspiracy theorist all you want, but I believe I'm speaking facts. So the first step is to defame you, to assassinate your character, to bring you down in that manner. They want to tear you down. They want to make you look ridiculous to the public. So they'll create a situation that embarrasses you. They'll create a situation that makes the public opinion of you sway in a different direction. Now the people are starting to question you. Now the people are starting to turn on you, look at you funny, call you names. They think you crazy. All these different things. And when that doesn't work, and the person still stands their ground, then it's okay. Well, this is not working this way, because sometimes that first step can scare people back into falling in line. But after that, now we got to kill him. We got to take him out. And people say, well, man, how does the industry take? Oh, man, it's bigger than the industry. It's bigger than the industry. But it can happen over a period of years where, again, if you are placed in an environment where they hook you on certain things, then they know it's just a matter of time before it takes you all the way out. And they don't care, because all you ever was money to them anyway. You were just a cash cow anyway. Prime example, the night Whitney Houston died, there was a party going on in the same hotel where Whitney Houston died. And upon the news of her dying, the party still went on. And I've talked about this before. Who does that? Now, whose party was it? It was Clive Davis throwing the party. Clive Davis was behind that party. Clive Davis was the one who discovered Whitney Houston. Who loses someone who they supposed to love so much and are so close to? Who loses that person and still lets the party go on? First of all, who would even be in a partying mood? This is an example of how these folks, they don't care anything. You just a cash cow. And the party might have been a celebration of the fact that now that she's gone, those sales are going to skyrocket, and all of those stuff is going to sell again, so you get another big money lick. See, the way they get you is they prey on your desire to be big. So you couple your passion and your desire and your desperation to want to be rich and famous, you couple that with their presentation, if they're interested in you, and the promises that they make, and now you got a dangerous combination. They'll get you there. They'll get you there. But if they ever reach a point where they feel like you getting out of line, you getting too powerful, you getting too cocky, you getting too out of line as a slave, then they'll bring you down to earth. They'll attempt to talk you off the ledge. But if you are set in your way, because how many times do you see artists, you know, they're not the same no more. You see them in their interviews. Fame wasn't what they thought it was going to be, because now they're on the inside, they know something that everybody else don't know. So you hear it in their voice. Sometimes they express it in their music if they can get that music out. You even see it in their eyes. It's not there no more because they see the beast for what it is. They understand for what it is. And now they become a target. They put a target on their own back, because now they ready, especially the young artists, they ready, once they come into that understanding, they ready to die on it, to educate the rest of the world. So you get all that they give you for that temporary time frame, the money, the jewelry, the fame, the whatever, the drugs, whatever, at what cost? And years pass, your family don't even benefit from your own demise, because they got control over it, because you signed it over to them from the very beginning. So that's the contract. They conned you in the contract. Because what you got, the little you got, you say, well, how is $20 million? How is $50 million little? It's little when you compare it to what you lose, the parts of yourself that you lose, and eventually, in some cases, when you lose your life. So keep that in mind as you move forward, man. This industry is evil if you don't know how to navigate your way through it. Be careful about what you think you want. All right, man. It's your big brother K-Rino. I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.